Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 2747 Fillmore Avenue Northwest here in Salem. We're located at the front of the house here. We're about 5 feet or so to the left of the doorway. In fact, if you lose track of the cleanout here, it's a 3-inch ABS cleanout about 5 feet out from the house. It's lined up pretty much with the edge of that brick there, just out in the planter box here. It's just kind of a tricky location. They're usually closer to the house than that, so just keep that in mind if you lose track of it. Hey, we're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We do have water currently running, and I just zeroed out the foot counter there at the bottom of the cleanout. And off we go. And at the end, we'll run the camera backwards to cover the pipe between the cleanout and the foundation wall of the house. But right out of the gate here, very clean sewer line. No grease buildup, which is nice to see. Little bit of standing water there. It's extremely minor. That is not a repair-worthy belly, in my opinion. And then we transition here over to 3034 PVC pipe, and that appears to be 4-inch diameter. Might have another very minor belly there. The spot we're going through right now. We'll see when we come back. And we're getting into a little bit more standing water here now, though. And we'll get the line cleared out. Well, I'm shoveling some debris in front of my camera right now that could be just getting in front of the camera lens and damming the pipe up and making it look like there's a belly. And here's the main lateral connection at about 60 feet, 61 feet. We're going to go locate the terminus here while the pipe drains out. We're going to do a bunch of toilet flushes to clear the junk out of the line. We'll have a much more accurate view of the sewer line here in a moment. We're located the camera head successfully. Line terminates at the main out here on Fillmore Avenue. The line routes itself from to the left of the doorway over underneath the driveway. Gets about halfway underneath the driveway and then turns and goes out to the street. And our line here is just about done draining out. The cleanout hasn't had any water moving through it here for about 30 seconds to a minute now, so this is just the last little tiny remnants of the water trickling off here. So it does appear that we've got minor standing water persisting up to the main. That's around 1/16 of an inch there. Again, there's still a little water moving through the line here, so that is even going to be that much more exaggerated. At this point here, it looks like the line is pretty much done draining out. My camera sloshes the stuff around a little bit as I move through, kind of creates ripples like it's still flowing. But that right there is about 1/16 of an inch. There's a little bit of grease buildup there. My camera cleared most of it out of the way in the flow line area, which is the more important spot. There's a little buildup on the sidewalls, but nothing significant that needs drain cleaning or anything like that. Now, still have minor standing water here. All of it thus far is under 1/4 inch. Again, build up on the sidewalls there. My camera cleared all that, all the stuff out of the flow line where everything actually moves through the line, and pretty much all that there is grease. That does not look like stuff that should be going down the sewer line there. It appears to be some grease buildup. But again, it's not significant enough, in my opinion, to recommend drain cleaning on at this point. Now, this piece of PVC pipe here is almost sitting flat, but I generally don't even start considering repairs on bellies in plastic pipe like this until there's at least 1 inch or more of standing water for around 10 feet at minimum. But I've also got to see significant buildup and evidence of blocking and or backing up, in my opinion, to recommend repairs on this. So this in my opinion, is far too minimal to be recommending repairs on that. That's all under the roadway and driveway, really expensive. And as you look at the top of the pipe here, the way you decide whether a belly is actually causing backups, or if it ever has at least once in the past, the top of the pipe leading back away from that belly will be covered in debris if the line has ever clogged and backed up. And I don't see any of that going on here. I wish the sewer line wasn't this way, but in my opinion, there's no cost benefit here. That repair would be far too expensive for the amount of benefit that you would actually get out of it. All the pipe is too clean, shows no evidence of ever blocking or backing up. But the belly starts here around 27 or 28 feet and extends out to around 60 feet. So you've got a reasonable amount of pipe there with standing water in it. This right here is the most significant part of the whole belly. It's at about 3/4 of an inch. But you immediately round that turn there, and you're at about a 1/16 of an inch the rest of the way. Now just try not to put grease and paper towels and tampons and stuff like that down the line, and that'll continue to work just fine. If you're putting grease down the line, cooking oil, stuff like that, which I can tell these people have not been doing it significantly, because the only spot you see it is out in the minor bellies. There's no buildup in the pipe prior to that. And from time to time, sometimes these need a cleaner to go through them, but that's really only if you're putting a significant amount of stuff down the line that really shouldn't be going down there. Regular old toilet paper, if it even does hang up, will disintegrate on its own. It's the paper towels and tampons, stuff like that, you want to avoid. Now we're back to the clean out here. We're going to flip the camera around. And we're now going backwards towards the home here. And then right there is where we cross into the crawl space. And what I've noticed over the past 10 years of doing this is that any house that sits where the line comes out below the street level, almost every single one of them I've ever scoped will have standing water in them. It's just, for whatever reason, even if you have enough grade to feasibly grade that line properly, anytime the house sits below street level, almost 100% of the lines will have standing water in them. It's just, I think, what comes with the territory when you have this type of setup here. But usually those bellies you got inches of standing water, not a 1/16. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and rule out. We have adequate flow to the main lateral connection. Both the ABS and PVC portions of the sewer line we have scoped today both appear to be in good shape. The sewer line is functioning properly at this time. And again, the belly that stretches from 28 feet to 60 feet is too minor, in my opinion, to recommend repairs on. It's also not showing enough evidence of past flow problems, in my opinion, to justify a repair.